How's it going, everybody? Bandy Wolf down here. We're playing some more Baldur's Gate 2. We just got out of the first dungeon and got us a couple achievements here under our belt. We got Wand Collector and a Daring Escape. I'm not exactly sure what the next ones will be. We're just trying to get our bearings because Emmeline got kidnapped or arrested by the Cowd Wizards, and we have all of our old equipment. And our inventory slots are getting kind of full here, as you can see. Where do we find ourselves? We are in a Walkeen's Promenade in the city of Athkatla. So this is our play area. We have a quest here. This area is already kind of told where it is. Windspear Hills, we got to bring those acorns over here. But that seems very far and away. Right now we're just trying to get our bearings here. We need to find either a new wizard to identify this stuff and kind of get rid of, this curse scroll. We could sell that. I honestly could dump that, but there's an inn. I guess we could head over this way. There's a guard here.
For the glory of Ob.
I don't want any trouble from you here. I saw you enter with those folk. It's just a good thing for you that only that girl used magic, otherwise you'd all be in prison. Do you know where the Cowd Wizards have taken her? So, she should have been brought to the city's prison. We don't have the facilities to keep such powerful deviants. The Cowd Wizards, on the other hand, do. Where they would keep magic-using prisoners, I don't know. No one does, and I doubt they would tell you. The use of the magic is illegal, and that means she's a criminal. The Shadow Thieves. They're nothing for you to worry about, citizen. I wouldn't suggest you involving yourself with their type. Okay. So it seems like those were caught in the middle of some game between Arenicus and the Shadow Thieves and a third party. Who's this? Bouncer.
Declare yourself.
Special clients. Lady Beth. Who's this? Greetings to you. Do you have aught to do with the spectacle that I just witnessed, No doubt more warring peasants in that guild business. Guilds. Is this not excitement enough? I am not distanced from the workings of the city as some nobles might be. I've heard the mutterings of our stable boy and his kin. Thieves rule the nights and war against those that would take it from them. It would not be unusual for it to spill into the day. Don't really want to know anything. So we're caught between Arenicus, our enemy, the Shadow Thieves, and another guild, it seems. So we're just kind of looking around.
Who are you?
Yeah, you're not here to find a new son, are you? No.
You have my greetings.
Let's see the services. What can we sell to this person? Looks like absolutely jack. Yeah, you won't buy anything from us? Rude.
I'm waiting.
So, now that we're just kind of snooping around here, let's go back to voice acting. So, our enemy that we just ran into, John Arenicus, this guy is another, I wouldn't say as much of a legend in voice acting, so much as he's just a legend. His name is David Warner. My experience that I recognize him the most from is when I looked up who he was, is he's actually the bad guy in Titanic. He plays Lovejoy, and he's recognized, like, to me, I recognize his face more than I recognize his name. But he also has been in a lot of stuff. He does some voice acting, but mostly he's an actor. He's an actual actor. He does more physical presence than voice acting. But he's kind of branching out. If you watch The Amazing World of Gumball, I'm not familiar with that, but he's a lot of or he's Dr. Wrecker in that. Baldur's Gate. He came back for Siege of Dragonspear, so that's pretty cool. Let me look. Scrolling. He was in Doctor Who. Like I said, he was on Titanic, Tron, more Doctor Who, Sweeney Todd, Fielding. I don't remember that. I wonder if that's the. It can't be the Johnny Depp one because that's the That one's called The Demon Barber of Fleet Street or something like that. What's New Scooby-Doo? Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy as voice actors. Men in Black the series. I'm not like with Jim Cummings and Grey DeLisle and all them. Like I was going through here and just like naming off things that I was familiar with, but I'm not really as familiar with some of these things. They're TV shows like well, that's not a good example. The Hunger, Back to the Secret Garden, Total Recall 2070, Houdini 3, Scream 2. This guy's pretty big too, and honestly, among the fans, he makes this game. Like, people love Sarevok in the first game, but he's more like a spooky, scary, mysterious figure, like a cliched evil villain, while John Arenicus is very nuanced and has motivation, and he's not just purely evil.
Give me some direct.
Honestly, dude's a sick voice actor in this. I know of that. I don't know about anything else, but look him up and play the game too and listen to his excellent voice acting. Store behind the store is small and sells only sundries, trinkets, foodstuffs, and stuff of no other real value. I think in the Den of Seven Veils is an actual difficult fight, so let's talk to Largo. You be looking a mite out of place, boy. What brings you above your station? Found a gold mine? What are you talking about? Look about you, an evil eye from every corner unless you be loaded with coinage. Aye, I see it. The subtle exclusion of those born into wealth. You've a good eye on you, old man. Do you belong here, then? I was kicked out of this place once or twice as a youth before I found a vein of mithril. Now the bastards fawn over me horribly, all the while eyeing me purse. The life of the nouveau rich is a hard one. Aye, it is. You're not rolling in coin, boy, trying to play with the high rollers? No, but I expect I can afford a room. Good for you. Don't let the bastards look down their crooked noses at you. What do you mean? Oh, wait, okay. So this is just cycling through. Okay, who else? Lady Lasala.
Stand where you're at.
Why must this inn always be crowded with brainless debutantes? Have you seen Alicia? Who's that? The daughter of Baroness Paelater. See how she fawns over Count Cleland? A bit annoying, isn't she? She's full of Stevie and seeking that shark Cleland. He has a nose for idiot girls. He will tolerate company within a week and leave her heartbroken. He did the very same to me. That man is a swine. Leave me now. I need to arrange to have his wine mixed with the slop water. Pugny? Here, let's debutante Alicia. What do you... How dare you approach a debutante, beggar? My father should have you flogged.
My time is quick.
So I said to the Baron, honestly, sir, you must learn to control yourself. Really? You're so brave. Well, yes. I couldn't let that ogre push people about like serfs. Okay, let's loot these tables and steal people's gold, because we're good. We're a good guy. I think we already looted this one.
Never had.
Good tidings to you, young wayfarer. Welcome to the Mythrest Inn. How might I be of assistance? Let's look at what you have. You have nothing. We will rest, though. Okay. What's in the back here? Rebecca!
Please, seat yourselves whatever you wish.
Okay, you have nothing to say. I really need to be careful opening these up, because the looting, thieving mechanic in this game isn't the most fleshed out. Basically, all these containers are flagged in the game as either not belonging to anybody or belonging to someone. So if you crack open one, is when it toggles whether to check that or not. And if it is belonging to someone, you can and someone's there to witness it, they'll call the guard, and then the guard basically just attacks you. You can pick the lock, and once it's opened, you can just look in it and not take anything, but it still counts as thieving. So I do need to save before I do any more of that. Also, stealing's not a evil thing. It's not Doesn't lower your reputation. Doesn't. You can steal all day as a paladin. Doesn't do anything. So reputation, not part of that mechanic. It doesn't really work real well. Good business to you, my lord. I do not recognize you, I think. Would it be impertinent for Hess to inquire as to your name? Not at all. I'm Calvin. Well, Mount Calvin, and a pearl to you. Feel free to peruse my goods and ask questions naturally. Quality goods. Could try the Adventure Mart for such things. A suitable inn. Copper Coronet. That's a name we need to remember. And Temple. Just go to the Temple District. Okay. Now, this guy will buy stuff. So, 90 gold. That's not bad. We can sell these bolts. I want to keep some of this stuff, but here it is. So, okay, so gold ring, 12 gold, horn coil gem, 37. So, not bad. I mean, for not weighing anything, and especially that, is 300 gold for nothing. It doesn't weigh anything, takes up one inventory slot. And later you can get a gem bag. Can I get one here? I can't. You can buy different containers that basically store everything with only taking up one inventory slot. Galump the bookkeeper.
Welcome to my humble.
So he just has scrolls. I suppose he wouldn't let us buy his books. But I wonder if he has any scroll containers, which are pretty useful. Yes, he has a scroll case, so we're going to purchase that. So like I was saying, we can take all these scrolls and put them in here. I need to remember to identify that one. And we'll have her handle that. Get to looting some of these things up here. If there's anything in them, every little bit counts. We want to be able to buy anything and everything that we want as soon as we possibly can. Nothing. Okay, now I should be able to do this fight. I know there's a fight in here that's very difficult beginning, but we are pretty high level and we're full up. So let me... I don't remember how it starts. I think it's upstairs. I don't think it's this Alatello de Bonito. Hello, hello. Welcome to... what time is it? It's afternoon. Then welcome to the afternoon showing of the talents of Alatello de Bonito. A rousing wave of indifference from the crowd again. I feel you, bro. Ah, well, if I let such things bother me, I would have given up the stage years ago. Right, right. As per the wishes of most of my audience, unfortunately, right? I'm following you. At least the occasional dwarf applauds. Right, right. Doesn't swear and leave anyway. Let's see. A tale of familial woe to tantalize your tears and tempt your time and interest. Raised of spells and casting well, but always wanting better. To sing of nights and days of yore, to leave the robes that fetter? A wizard prone to song and prose, though oft accused of failing, I shall sing despite the odds. Will you shut your bloody wailing? Well finished, Miss Patricia. You've a fine ear for rhyme, though. I would hope you'd be more supporting of your own employees. I support you for sticking to spells and figures. Your security and a financial advisor, not the entertainment. Hit the road if you want a forum for your singing. Very well, Mrs. Patricia. Thank you for your indulgence thus far. Interesting. Funny stuff.
Give me some direction.
Let's try to... Now, most like tables that aren't actually containers, like it's coded as a container in the game, but just tables and bookshelves most of the time are not, as a rule of thumb, not coded as belonging to anybody. So you can just barrels, not so much. It's mostly actual containers, like a dresser or a chest or something like that. It's got to close and open.
I'm waiting.
Okay, so I'm not too afraid to open those, so.
I'm there. Give
Okay,
me some direction.
now like I said, I think there's a hard fight in here, so. But I'm going to try to beat it without really metagaming, so.
Me timber's bad enough without ye bothering me.
And we save so we can just load. We can give it a couple good tries. Okay, so if it daren't be a puny human dressed up as a mighty adventurer, I say, har har, did your mama let you out from under her skirt, little one? Best be running back now. Yeah, that'd be a good jest, Mengar, my friend. A good jest, says Smelly. A good jest, he says. Amon, you tell your stinking fart-smelling imp to stop calling me Smelly. The name be Smailov Orc Slicer. If he does it again, I'll smash him into impish goo. Papa, Papa, Smelly is threatening me again, he is. Threatening! Calm yourself, Pookie. As for you, you barbarian knucklehead, threaten my familiar once again, and you'll spend the rest of the evening as a toad. Am I understood? What? You dare besmirch the honor of Smailov Orc Slicer? I will... Enough, blast it! I tire of your bickering. Now as for ye, little human, you best take yourself somewhere where you're more welcome. This bar be big enough only for us and nay more. How about I buy you a drink? There's no need for us to be on harsh terms. You can take your drink and shove it where the sun won't be shining, you blasted little human. I nay associate with a quivering weakling in my own bar, so be off with you. You're so funny, Menkar. Smailov laughs heartily at your insulting manner. Really, Menka, is this all this necessary? Must you agitate everyone who comes into this bar? Blast right I must. We be celebrating, Brennan, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna drink while the odor of yon human offends me nostrils. Now be off, human, for I has a taste of me axe. I ain't gonna take no insults. You'll take whatever I have to give ye. Come, my friends, let's teach the up what it be to cross Menkar and his band, eh? Okay, now, looking at this, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose just on principle. So, let's see if playing on...
You point, I punch.
Legacy of Ball has taught me anything.
I'm willing.
Okay.
I turned to shield.
I am ready.
And boost and live
So-
by the sword.
Require not
Live a
require.
good long time.
Give me some
Every
direction.
hamster, you
I'm
point,
waiting.
I punch.
Okay, I really want to start hammering on this. For some reason, this guy's not moving, which is really only helping me. Main car is going to be an issue
Words,
because
not words.
he is a fighter. This guy berserked, I think. I think that's what the
Give me
yellow
some
is
direction.
for. We're going to hopefully... I'm hoping that this mage doesn't
Those have no confidence.
Yes, I go.
get a spell off on me because it... Yoshimo
Shall
weapon
I display
unusable.
my skill and expertise?
Wow, he used those magic. Okay. As soon as this mage went invisible and he's resetting, he's waiting until his spell initiative resets. I think. Okay,
I am
don't want to
ready.
do this. We should be okay. I'm just... As soon as this mage starts casting another spell, I'm going to be in trouble. I want to try to get off Draw Upon Holy Might, but I can't yet. Spell casting failure. Oh, there it is, there it is.
Give me some direction.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope this is worth it. Yeah.
You point
Give me
swords,
some
not
direction.
words.
So we're going to pre-buff,
Mince and boost and ready.
and we're going to pre-summon.
A trap must fleet of foot and all that.
Now, I don't really use traps a whole lot.
Yes,
What we did is we summoned these dogs. We are going to cast Defensive Harmony.
hamster, you point, I
Mince will cast.
I am ready.
swords, not
Skill
words.
is avoidance.
I will cast Bless.
You require my counsel, yes.
We will get both our cool arrows.
Where shall I display my skill?
And we did draw upon Holy Might. We're going to get protection from evil. And we're going to try to take the brunt. Okay. Okay.
Swords, not words. Dangerous. Don't teach my hamster.
Turn the AI off because I don't want myself running in here.
You require my counsel, yes? You point. I pop.
I'm waiting.
Pay attention. You will get those.
Dang it! I got stunned or confused.
Where shall I display my skill and expertise?
Confused. Okay. Does Jira have Dispel Magic? She doesn't. So.
I am ready at your service.
So we want Mince to get up here in front.
Where shall I display my skill and expertise?
Where did she take the damage? Oh, it's me. Okay. So let's get out of range of myself. Start chugging potions. Not the best. And we're slowed. So I don't think that we can do this without a mage. Because what would be really useful, so... Minsk is dead, so... yeah, so we'll just have to come back to this. If we had a mage, we could basically just use this wand right here and win the fight. Or we could spam the room with this and win the fight. I think we'll get a mage and come back, because it's not really a difficult fight. I just don't have any options for spells. Like, I did cast some.
Give me some direction.
But like, Entangle's not real. It's not useful because it's not a stun. It's just a root, and they seem to be resisting it anyway. None of these are really useful. Oh, there's Dispel. Maybe could rest and do that, but I think it'd be much easier just to go get a wizard, so that somebody can use these wands, and that's how we'll win the fight. So we turn tail and run. Den of Seven Veils is where we're going. Okay. So next on the agenda, what's this bouncer guarding? Do we special clients only move along? Okay, it's locked.
Give me some direction.
Now this is one that it may, we're gonna, like, we can pick this lock any, you know, whatever, nobody cares about that. I'll sit here and pick the lock open, but potentially if we open it, it's gonna try to get us.
Not a concern. Yeah.
Who's this? Mira.
Anything you need, I can likely provide. I assure you.
Meeting a stranger in the city of Coin. He's new, and she's a merchant, so... Crappy weapons stuff. Don't want to buy that. Okay, this is leading out. A flying machine of gnomish design. It looks a bit unstable. Maybe we go in the circus tent.
For the glory of arms.
Oh, this tent has been closed off for your own safety, citizen. The circus has been closed until this matter is resolved. What's occurred here? We're not exactly sure. There was no problem until the show was scheduled earlier in the morning. Apparently the show began well enough, and then something occurred. Nobody has come out of the tent who went in for the show, and everyone we've sent in to investigate has not come out either. Foul magic is no doubt involved here. We are waiting for the cowled wizards to arrive, and they will be able to solve this, I'm sure. Nobody at all has gotten out? Well, We've been told one of the animal trainers darted out after the show began, but we have not been able to find him yet. Perhaps I can solve the problem here for you. Very well, then. I'll not stop you if you wish to risk yourself, citizen. You were warned. And it is no risk, not so long as we have swords and braveness to the brim of the tall glass of goodness. Right, Boo? We should be careful, Coven. There's no telling what is going on within this if the city guard can't handle it. Be prepared for anything is what I always say. So, something has occurred in the Circus Tent in Joaquin's Promenade. No one that goes in comes back out. The guard in front has agreed to allow me to enter to investigate. Girin. My mama's still inside. They says she can't come out. What are you talking about? My mama went into the tent to see a show, but something happened and now nobody comes out. There's guards who won't let nobody in anymore too. But my mama's in there. I want my mama. I'll go and see if I can find your mother, okay, kid? We must help this child. I will find who took his mother and teach them a thing or three about decency, respect, and keeping their hands off of people's parents. Let's see if we can find... Sign states this device was built to travel underwater. Strange a concept as that might be. Yeah, weird. Is it Fergus? That looks like the animal handler. What's this? States the name of his inventor, one Eduardo Jansen. Oh, it's a Jansen. Huh, interesting. I think Fergus is the guy we're looking for. Oh, you startled me. Please forgive me. What's the problem? The problem? I was in the circus tent and I just got out in time. Just in time to save my life. Oh, it was terrible. Tell me what happened from the beginning. Well, I go by Tattoo the Tiger Tamer. I was going to put on my show this morning, but it got delayed because of a special performance. I don't know who the performer was. I was so mad about being delayed, you see, I stayed in the back of the tent, and I prepared my tigers. Not long after that, I felt sick all over. The tent got all wavy. Looked out into the main tent. At the audience, they were all changing. Their bodies began shifting right before my eyes. The tent was disappearing, being replaced by things I've never seen before. I ran for the exit. I escaped just in time. I'm the only one who came out, and no one who has gone in has come back. The things I saw, horrible. You don't know anything about this special performance? No. Somebody came who the boss knew and wanted to do something special. I don't know who it was or why this happened. What kind of things did you see when you fled? I'm not sure. People were changing. I could see it with my eyes, like their skin was melting. The whole tent was being replaced by something else, like we were being moved somewhere. I don't know. I think I'll take a closer look. Oh, I wouldn't go in the tent if I were you. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm so frightened. You're a lot of help, buddy.
And who might you be?
I don't care what happened to close down the circus. We came from out of town to see it, and we're not leaving till these guards let us in. Calm yourself, dear. The children lost interest over an hour ago. Perhaps we should go home? Absolutely not. I want to know what's going on. I demand answers. Women. I heard that, Harold. Not another word. Okay, so I think we got enough to go in. So, as before, we're going to save. And upon stepping through the tent door, the world seems to shift. When it settles, you find yourself standing at one end of a bizarre walkway as the wind blows over you. A massive tower rises on the other side of the bridge. The tent door is nowhere to be found. You'll have to keep going onwards. Aha! I see a wayfarer has come to amuse Kala. You must answer a riddle, naturally, ere I will allow you to pass this bridge. Are you ready to hear it? Okay. Who's this Kala? Kala does not reveal himself to those who are not worthy. Are you ready to begin? Alright, yeah, let's go. Excellent. A princess is as old as the prince will be when the prince is twice as old as the prince was when the princess's age was half the sum of their present age. Which of the following then could be true? I hate this. I always just knew the answer, but now I've forgotten it. So I think it's this one. prince is 30, and the princess is 40. So the princess is as old as the prince will be when the princess is twice as old as the prince was when the princess's age was half the sum of their present age. So the sum of the present age is 70. When the princess's age was half the sum, so when the princess is 35, the prince is 25. So when the princess is twice as old as the prince was, when the princess's age was half the sum of their present age. So princess is twice as old as 25. So when the princess is 50, the prince will be 40. So a princess is 40 as I think that's right. Yes, okay. I hate this. I'm a fan of math, but no. The mighty caller respects those with an agile, quick mind, and those who can look up things on the internet. Proceed across with my blessing. I can't remember. I don't even remember what happens if you fail that. I think he summons in like a Death Eater or something. Okay, so let's go.
I'm willing.
Who are you? Oh, whoever you are, you must flee this place at once. He's killed everyone else who has come into this place. Almost. Oh, please run.
How can a monster such as you have a sweet voice? I'm not a monster. I'm an elf, a winged elf, or at least I was. This covering you see is some kind of illusion, but if you believe in it, it becomes real. Please believe me. Now go before something happens to you, I beg of you. I never heard of a winged elf. What are you talking about? I come from a race of winged elves, although there aren't many of us left, from Fania Dale in the south. My wings were cut off a long time ago, though. But that isn't important. This place is too dangerous. Go back to the city and warn everyone what is happening here. You must flee. Who's behind all this first? Kala. Oh, I don't know what he's done exactly or how, but everything here is an illusion, but it's magic that can hurt you if you believe in it. Oh, you probably don't understand, do you? I don't know what he's done to the tent or with the others who have come in, but their deaths are real. You must run. Give me a full explanation. Oh, I hope you don't end up like the others, but alright, my name is Airy. I work in the circus with my Uncle Quail. I don't know exactly what happened, but everything changed a few days ago. Everything became chaos and turned into what you see here. Although it all isn't real, it's an illusion. The minions, they all say they serve Kala, so I know he's behind all of this. He's an illusionist with the circus, but I don't understand how he was able to do all of this. He must be stopped before he hurts any more people. Please, if you release me from my chains, I will help you stop him. I don't see any chains on you. The chains are invisible, covered by the illusion, and they are magical. They prevent me from casting my own spells, and they maintain the illusion which is placed on me. Can I not dispel the illusions? I don't know. I tried earlier when this first happened. Kala's spells are too powerful somehow. He's never been that good, though. I don't know what he's done. If you free me, though, together we can find out and we can stop him, and hopefully rescue my Uncle Quail. So how do I release you? You need the key to these chains, but it won't look like a key. There are a couple of commoners in the north side of this chamber. Don't be fooled by the illusion, though. They are monsters. They have the sword, which is actually my key. If you get it from them, I can remove the chain and regain my normal form. Please be careful. You can't trust anything you see here. Okay, so we need to go kill some civilians to get a sword to give to an ogre. A spider.
Oh, I am a simple woman.
Please don't hurt me. Oh, what am I to do? You don't seem like any creature I've encountered before. I'm not a creature, or at least I never used to be. Not until the circus and everything changed. Well, who are you then? My name's Hannah. I came to the circus with my son, although he didn't come into the tent with me. Please help me. How is it you became this creature then? Oh wait, what exactly is going on here? I don't know. All I know is that I came into the tent to watch the performance. A gnome came on the stage and began to perform some kind of magical act. It was quite silly. It was obvious that whatever the gnome was trying to do wasn't working. His magic fizzled, and everyone started laughing. I thought it was part of the act, so I laughed too. And then everything began changing. People started transforming into creatures and then back into themselves. world shifted somehow, and I felt so sick and horrified. I think I passed out. When I woke up, I had been turned into this monstrosity. I don't know what to do. My son didn't come into the tent with me, and I'm frightened to think what may have happened to him. Who are these peasants? They're not people. They're vicious and dangerous. I've seen them kill people. You must stop them. Do you know where Kala is? No, I don't. But that woman over there seems to know something about him. Perhaps if you talk to her. I think your son's still outside. Wait here. So there's the boy's mother. Are these the peasants? Okay.
Yeah.
They're actually peasant, or they're orky things.
Hold still.
That's not right.
Time is up for you.
Feel ahead. Swords, not words.
Give me some direction. I'll see to it.
The Ogre Sword, and this, which we can put in there. It says, an ogre with a woman's voice has asked for this sword, claiming that it will break the illusion cast over her. Okay.
You had the key, or rather, the sword. Please, please give it to me, and I can be rid of this illusionary form at last.
Yes. I thank you for your trust. This sword is actually a key that unlocks the chain that powers my horrible illusion. Airy. Who is Airy? Airy. I don't think she's a Kath Suchi. That is who voiced this character. The beautiful
My hands,
elf
my skin, it's
Airy.
blue again. Oh, thank you, BioWare. Oh, we must find Quail and stop Kala before he does any more harm.
Join us and we'll search for him together. You would let me join you? Alright, come, let's find Quail. Who knows what they've done to him? My ultimate goal is to rescue a friend of mine who has been captured by the cowled wizards. It could be dangerous. Yeah, but let's do my thing first. So she is a cleric and a mage. We are going to give her, I guess, clubs. And she's going to get lots of spell slots. So, oh, silence. That's a good one. I think we're okay with that. Get Dispel Magic. Cure. Let's get Lesser Restoration. We won't need it for a while, but... Cure Critical Wounds. And then what about her Mage Spells? First off, we have this book. Why does she... That's weird. But, I mean, it's good because we can give it to him. I don't know why she has studded leather armor. Strange. Let's get all these spells dumped out and let her learn the Curse Scroll Foolishness. And maybe we'll do a special episode and just go over all of our spells and kind of give an idea of what they do for people that... Because I've been playing this game for a while, and even now, like... it's easy enough to just, like, read this, but the description isn't the best, and honestly, it's really hard to describe this without using, like, visual aids, or kind of give you an idea of what happens with it, if it's even useful. Little things that make it not useful, like the spell Sleep sounds really good, but it's got a caveat that it's dependent on the hit points of the monster, so eventually it just stops being useful. Well, that sucks. I only have one charge of this. Ugh. Okay. We want to take these. Give to her. Take that and give it to her. The Meta Spell Influence. This. Give that to her. She does have a... Just give a stack of these. I would like her to have a magic weapon. I may do this. Just so that everybody has a magic weapon. And of course turn off her script. So Aerie, kind of got off track there. So Kathy Suchi, this is the ones I mentioned before, like Jim Cummings and David Warner and Grey DeLisle. Like, I know of them. Fans of them. I'm not really familiar as much with Kathy Suchi and some of the other people that I want to go over for this playthrough and talk about, but just looking at her credits, she's Phil and Lil DeVille from Rugrats. I know that one. Tom and Jerry, she plays Tuffy. I don't remember that one. Let's see, Rage 2. She's in Young Justice as Queen Mara. I think that's Aquaman's wife or somebody. It's a queen or something. Well, obviously it's Queen. I'm such an idiot. She's in Fallout 76. She just voices a nuclear launch silo, some terminals. She's in Hey Arnold the movie. She plays Miriam. Elder Scrolls Morrowind. She has additional voices. Transformers, Rescue Bots, Star Wars. Here's the Storm. It doesn't say who. She's Cubert Farnsworth in Futurama. That's cool. But she's got quite a few acting credits to her name too. We're at 391 for her, which seems like a lot compared to, let me see, compared to, let's go to Jim Cummings because he's the big boy in this game. I think he's the most well known besides David Warner himself, who's an actual actor, and I guess it depends on who you ask too.
Cover your nose, boo. We will leave no crevice untouched.
Is there anything over here? No. The Pleasure Slave. Jim Cummings has 559, so she's pretty up there with them. As far as voice acting goes, so let's talk to this Pleasure Slave.
I am here to serve.
Welcome, Lord, to Kala's realm. Oh wait, hold on, Pleasure Slave. Welcome, Lord, to Kala's realm. Be thee not of impure mind, for surely Lord Kala shall destroy thee. Be thee not of impure heart, or thou wilt surely destroy thyself. Kala is the one ruler, the one true being. Where is this realm of his that I've come to? Kala is beyond thy ken, mortal. He is the beginning. He is the end. He is our God and our King. Tremble before him, and he may take pity on thee. I am my own person, not this Kala's possession. Bow before the will of thy betters, mortal. Kala's rage is awesome to behold. Let not thyself be found in its path. Oh, where can I find the guy? Worry not, Lord, for Kala has already found thee. Continue on thy path, and if thee shall find favor in Kala's eyes, then thou shalt surely be granted an audience. Whatever. Okay, now, once again, more puzzles. We're going to take this, and we're going to put Minsk over here. Now, hold on. Takes 5 missile damage, so this is actually doing damage. So these werewolves we can do damage to. The shadows.
Direction.
Are these undead? I don't think they're undead, so
I'm waiting.
Swords, not words.
do that.
Minsk and booze.
Do that.
Give me some direction.
And I think this is the one that needs magical weapons.
Every
Require my
hamster
counsel, yes.
has his day.
Oh my! What
waiting.
can I do?
Okay. Mage spells. Let's cast magic missile. Boom. Killed him instantly. Switch Yoshimo back to
You
bows.
point, I punch.
Grab everybody
Give me
on
some
that
direction.
guy. These are the weaker party members. We want to keep them out of. We want to keep them out of damage. We want to keep them out of melee. Nothing hitting them. And honestly, you can see Minsk isn't that good. I'm not that good.
A lot more exciting than any circus.
Pop a potion.
Minsk and
Give me
booze.
some direction.
Every hamster
And switch to
has
bow.
his day.
Time is
Finish
up.
this off. Now, we took a ability score, so
You point, I punch.
I think.
I don't think I rested though, so I'll have to
Give me
wait
some
on that.
direction. I'm willing.
Let's loot these. These shadows
No
can.
effect.
Okay,
Has no effect.
this is what I was talking about with the. We need magical weapons, so Minsk has a longsword +1. Jihara has its dagger. Yoshimo does not. Oh yeah, he does. Yoshimo's katana, cool.
I'll help.
And Eri has a staff, so we can switch to those. Typically don't want to be fighting melee, but I think we can. Yeah, we can overwhelm him. Okay,
Direction.
we can switch everybody back to ranged weapons.
What can I do?
I'm waiting.
Now we want to watch too. Oh, geez, yeah. So our strength is 13. That is affecting our to hit quite a lot. It should say here 9. Your strength affects your likelihood to hit. Like it gives you a point bonus to your melee hit. But if our ability points get drained so far, it can actually kill you. And you usually don't see that on anything but mind flayers.
Has his day. For the eyes move.
Not a lot of things actually drain your ability points.
I'm willing.
And I'm kiting this because I don't want to take any damage.
Oh my!
Kite! Yeah.
Give me some direction.
Congratulations, Calvin. Kala is most amused by your progress. You may yet live as long as you continue to provide such entertainment. Are you ready to proceed? Who is Kala? Fool, your process of discovery is part of the fun. As to Kala, he is the lord of this domain. Ere long, he shall be your lord. Are you ready to proceed? Sure. You do show some courage. Go then.
I'm waiting.
I punch.
So let's just heal up.
Where shall I display my skill?
I think I can get through this next fight without
Swords,
resting.
not words.
I am going to draw upon Holy Might. Oh, the ability.
Give me some
Did healing
direction.
remove that, or did it just wear off?
Worth it.
You must gather your party before venturing
Save.
forth.
And we go in here.
I hit. Oh, if no effect. You have figures.
Now this is another voice actor. He is Charlie Adler. You can even recognize his name. I'm pretty sure he plays in Cow and Chicken he's the red guy. It's in one of those shows like that. He plays in Transformers as Starscream. He was Rylev earlier in the game. Charlie Adler. Let me pull up my notes here on him. Kala, he's another NPC. His most notable VO is Starscream. Like I said, he played MODOK in a lot of Marvel. He's Ignis in Planescape Torment, if you've played that. I Am Weasel, Cow and Chicken, All Real Monsters, Rocco's Modern Life. He plays an Earthworm Gem. This is a big guy, too. Hopefully he'll talk more.
You're not what? You're not my beast? Oh, but you are. All of you are, don't you see?
You can hear the red guy from, I think it's Cow and Chicken. What have you done to Uncle Quail? Little Eerie, is that you? I have no eyes, no eyes. Be careful, Calvin. Some of these beasts are real and some are illusions. There's no way to tell until they hit you.
Yes, it's a regular three-ring circus, isn't it, my beasts? Now go ahead and tear each other apart.
Okay, now we're going to pause.
I'm waiting.
I am ready.
We are going to... Defensive Harmony. That's a pretty simple spell. It just gives you bonuses to the whole group. It's a really fast spell, too. +2 to armor class for everybody. Do I want to use that? That's wand. We'll use Chant. This is another buff spell. It gives bonuses to attack rolls, minimum damage, and healing rolls, saving throws. We're going to do that.
I'm ready.
We're going to chug a potion of speed.
Every hamster.
We are going to swap to this to start wailing on this. This is one of those ones, it's not going to take damage from anything but magic weapons. And then I'm actually going to send...
Time is up.
I hit. No effect.
I am
Point
ready.
me. I am skilled.
I'll help
Poisons.
however
You
I
require
can,
my counsel, yes?
Okay, I kind of want to get Minsk out of range of these guys. Oh my god, I just wailed on that guy. 42 damage. Look at his health.
Give me some direction.
Oh, okay. Oh, I kind of wanted to kill that other stuff, but whatever.
No! This isn't what was supposed to happen. This isn't what was promised to me. I have planned this for too long, only to have my plans shattered by some inbred northern adventurers. I just wanted to be respected. You've killed me, destroyed Kana with your misplaced morals and beastly greed for adventure.
What has passed here, Gnome? You replaced the circus with your personal playground?
You fool! You truly know nothing! I am Kala, an illusionist. I was made a clown mage for the pleasure of the tall folk, but I bided my time and I was promised a world I could rule. In Amn, a mage is a criminal and a gnome is a spectacle, and in this tent, in my world, Kala was the master, where none would dare to laugh. What of the circus employees, Kala? What have you done with all those that have disappeared into this tent? Indifference killed those fools from the circus. I treat them in death as they were to me in life. A gnome gets no respect. I just wanted people to look up to me, all that I have done. What a pitiful little man. Everyone did laugh at him, but they didn't deserve to die. I just can't hate him despite all he's done. The gnome is dead. How he was able to perform these feats of illusion will have to remain a mystery, it seems.
Oh. Uncle Quail, you're okay.
Ha! I knew Kala would trip over himself eventually. I'm just pleased he despised me enough to play with me rather than dispose of me like some of the others. Oh, Quail, what would I have ever done without you? I think you'll need to find out, my dear. I taught you everything I can. It's time, Mary. Time for you to learn the rest on your own. You're the wisest and smartest and the kindest man I'll ever know. Ugh. I wasn't always, my dear. You changed that, Airy, but I can't keep you here for myself forever. No, Quail, I would miss you. Then you shall have to come and visit me from time to time and tell me what you've learned. Go. Go with my blessing, girl. All right. Take care of the circus while I'm away. Oh, don't worry about me. If you find happiness, may the pain of losing your wings will be lessened. Nothing would please me more. Be well, my Airy. Excellent. Okay. I think we're going to wrap up here. We're going to loot this guy.
He's got some belts, some gems, some bullets, lots of spells, some gold, and I think circus performer. What is this? What is this? That guy disappeared. Hannah. We talked to Hannah.
Well met and well
Legs
done.
and hands. I have hands again. I am free of this horrible place. Thank you so much. Girin. I hope my son hasn't gone too far. Mama's on her way. Yeah, we'll finish up with this quest for the boy's mother. Outside.
I'm there.
Who are you?
Thanks for saving my mother. Papa will be so happy. So we got a lot of experience there. Yeah, I think we'll save it here, call it quits. We're going on almost an hour now. I wanted to keep them to 50 minutes, so going a little overboard. But this has been Baldur's Gate 2. We are playing through.